What's up, ladies and gents? This is KSigKid coming at you with another Overwatch video. Over the weekend, we were playing Overwatch. We were doing arcade mode, just trying to get those 3 guaranteed loot boxes you get for getting 9 wins. So I was in there, I was doing it solo, and then a couple people from my Destiny clan, they ended up jumping online, and everybody wanted to do some Overwatch, so we decided to go ahead and form up a team. And in this team, in arcade mode, there are no limits. So we had just all kinds of trolly, goofy fun doing whatever we wanted to do. Now here we were on defense on Hanamura, and we decided we were just going to rock out with all Symmetras, though we did decide to go ahead and put in one Bastion because we figured if anybody rushed down, Bastion would be there, good for dealing out that damage from a little bit of further away, so if they happen to get into our kill room, because we're definitely setting up a ridiculous killing room, if somebody happened to get there, maybe Bastion could weaken them beforehand. And of course we've got a Blueberry who decided to go ahead and pick Hanzo. But we're all about that Symmetra. And let's remember, we're actually playing on the PlayStation 4. So we are not on the PTR server, we're not on PC. We do not have the new Symmetra buffs. And with those new Symmetra buffs, I imagine that Symmetra is going to be so much more fun to play. Because one, her primary fire weapon is going to be longer, so you've got 7 meters instead of 5 meters. 2, you can go ahead and start by putting up 6 turrets right away instead of having to wait around for them to spawn in like I'm having to wait around right now. And 3, she has a frickin' Reinhardt barrier. She's going to be so much fun and actually so good to use if she happens to get into the game just as she is right now. But for those of you that don't play Overwatch, what Symmetra is all about is setting up these little killing rooms where people happen to come in, and these turrets, all of these little things that I'm deploying right along the walls, they can start shooting off some beams and dealing damage, just ticking away that damage at them. And then hopefully you can jump in and shoot with your primary weapon and grapple onto them and then jump around all over the place. Because I think her primary weapon is going to be even better on console than it is on PC, because on console people have definitely a more difficult time in aiming. So if you've got something like a Scuff and you go ahead and just lock onto them with your primary weapon, then you can just jump around and they shouldn't be able to lock onto you. You can see right here, this Bastion's trying to push in. Even with the Mercy healing him, he's got no chance of surviving. Yes, they took down all those lovely, beautiful turrets that we had right up there, but no worry, we'll go ahead and put them back up. And actually, the person that's taking down all these turrets is this Sombra over here. This Sombra got in behind our backline, invisible, and just cleared off all those turrets on the wall. So really nice job by that Sombra. But we're not going to be deterred. We are not going to be deterred. In fact, we've already got our teleporter up, and I'm just waiting and deciding where to go ahead and put my turrets. With all those shields that we've got right now, it doesn't matter if I take a little bit of damage. I can take some damage, I can run away, and live to put my turrets up another day. And this poor D.Va, again, trying to come in. But the longer you get to lock on an enemy with your beam, the stronger it gets, ticking up to 120 damage, which is actually ridiculous. So we got D.Va out of the mech. D.Va is a tank character, but not tanky enough to survive 2 Symmetra beams at once. So I'm way up in the front lines, and I have no reason to be up there. I just need to sit back here, place my turrets. Basically what they have to do, the enemy has to come into this blue box you see on the ground, and they have to capture this point. So pretty much we've got this ridiculous kill room, and anybody that comes in here is going to just meet a horrible, horrible death. Though it does seem like we have a number of turrets that are down, so I just need to take a little bit of time and start putting these back up. You can see my health was low, but those blue bars on it are actually shields, and you constantly regenerate shields. So some of my favorite characters in the game are all characters that have a lot of shields. I don't know why, I just gravitated towards that. That means I can take some weak damage initially, back off, and regain pretty much as much health as I've got in shield. So I find that to be always a nice thing. Now let's just say this. The enemy team, if they really wanted, they could hard counter us big time if they just went and picked some Winstons. If they picked some Winstons and just jumped in, barriered, and started just blasting us, they would grab all of our turrets down. They'd be tanky enough to go ahead and survive inside their barrier. They would have been able to pretty much push us out here, but they never did. this Somber was definitely their best player. This Somber definitely was taking out the majority of our turrets, but Kyushu ended up putting some of his Symmetra turrets over there on that health because he saw that Somber kept coming in invisible and then getting all our turrets down, and he ended up putting some surprise, we got you over here, some surprise turrets, and I wanted to join in on the fun over there just in case they decide to do that, and it looks like they did yet again. So I'm backing off. There's 2 enemies in there. If they go into that back room, they're going to be done, but actually locked onto by 2 Symmetra beams. Forget about it. Even if you're being charged by Mercy, no way, not at all. And you can see they're trying anything they can, but they're pushing one by one, and again, they're not switching to a counter that's really going to do the job against us. Not with all of us being able to put up these turrets constantly over and over and over again. It's so much fun. It's so funny. I mean, the other team has just got to be pulling their hair out, but that's what you get in arcade mode. This is not competitive. This is not quick play. In arcade mode, it's all about doing whatever you want. So if you do go up against a team that's filled with 6 people or 5 people or 4 people, you might and probably will have to face strategies like this, which are going to make you nuts. In fact, I know we happened to go against one time where I was playing it solo and I was going up against 4 or 5 or 6 Torbjorns altogether. And again, Torbjorn on console is definitely a lot trickier than it is on the PC. So it's less than 30 seconds to go before we win. They haven't even really touched this inside area. There's been no ultimates really going on to really hurt us. Nothing bad is happening at all. In fact, I'm getting a little bit brave just going ahead and trying to push forward because I figure why not go ahead and try to get some kills, and that's what happens. Should have just stayed in my happy place. But the good thing is, since we're all playing on Symmetras, we've got teleporters for days, so it's not going to take me very long to get back. I see that. Boom, back in the action, and it's already over. So there is the victory. That was a Symmetra victory where we barely even broke a sweat. So much fun. And of course, Symmetra, play of the game. Now if you happen to look very, very closely, you're going to see a cameo appearance from an orange Symmetra coming into the screen right there. That's your old buddy KSigKid coming in there, doing all the damage, helping out with my turrets, with these turrets, with the play of the game. It was a good time. Now again, this was fun in arcade mode, but this wasn't the only thing that we did that was absolutely trolly. That video is going to be coming this week. It might come tomorrow, I'm not exactly sure, but it was even crazier than this. Take this craziness and multiply it by 100. So much fun. So that was Overwatch. We're probably going to have some more Overwatch this week. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and smack that like button and subscribe to the channel. Check out these awesome videos. Good luck with your raids, your drops, your Symmetra, and I'll see you around in Destiny. #10K challenge.